You've got an experienced group back there with the two seniors and obviously Elijah. How are some of the younger guys, especially Jordan Brown, who was in school early this year? How are some of those guys coming along?
I think he's showing some promise in terms of his skill set and maybe being in a position to help us as he continues to get reps and grow.
With the three guys ahead of him, obviously with Elijah and TJ, who are going to play a lot, and Chris, I imagine will get on the field some. Is there a temptation to get Jordan on the field because of what you won't have coming back next year?
Jordan will be pushed in every aspect as if he is a starter, and that's what I do with young guys. And I don't allow them to mentally find the comfort zone. I want to kind of force feed them a little bit and put them in positions to see how they respond under pressure. So in terms of him being in a situation where he's thinking that he's not going to play, we're not going to approach it that way because we're one injury away from playing. So he needs to prepare as if he's a starter, and because of that, we're pushing it.
Is it kind of a unique perspective of his getting a gauge of his competitive fire with the guys that are so much older and experienced than him being in front of him?
Well, he has a very strong work ethic. I think it matters to him. He's been in a situation where he's had to play in championship game and carry a team on his back. So he understands the importance of preparation and the importance of being productive. And he's a prideful guy. So, I don't think that he would be allowed to have the attitude that I got guys in front of me, so I'm going to have to wait my turn. That ain't how we roll in our backfield. We try to create competition.
How productive a receiver can TJ be out of the backfield?
TJ is coming on and starting to show that he can be productive in a number of ways, and receiver is just one of them. Again, it's just about finding ways creatively to put him in situations to take advantage of matchups.
I know you guys aren't into the game planning yet, but do you kind of have a number in mind how many touches you'd like for him to get? Not Elijah, but TJ, because of the different things he can do, the variety that he gives you out there?
Well, I think every game has a life of its own. Every series has a life of its own. So the game kind of dictates what you call and how you call it. And I think touches will be, dictated off of that as a more so coming in saying this guy has to get a certain amount of carries. We're going to take what the defense gives us. That's what we've always approached it, even with Hood. And TJ would be no different. I think what gives us an advantage in our eyes is that those guys complement each other extremely well, and we feel good with both of them on the field, regardless of who it is.
How much better and in what way is Elijah better than he was this time a year ago, or really in the middle of last season?
He has such an uncanny feel and patience about him. And you can see the growth because, and I'm talking in the run game, that allow things to develop before him and understand exactly what he wants to do when they develop. He's grown in that area, and there are plays where you don't think there's much there, but he's found ways to create some seams and run lanes that puts him in position to create positive runs.
I know there's competition at right guard, but the rest of the O-line is intact and it's been there for a while. How important is that for guys like TJ and Elijah, having run behind these guys and sort of having that chemistry with them for the last couple of years?
Regardless of whether it's 4 returning starters, 5 or 2, it doesn't matter. I think the chemistry of an offensive line and a running back is something that's very critical. There is a comfort level back there with both the O-line and the running backs, but we just doesn't rest there. There's a very strong push or surge, you can say, to continue to grow that unit and put ourselves in position to be more productive than we were last year. We can't sit back and expect things are just going to happen just because we have experienced guys back. We have to make sure that we make things happen, and that's all about execution. That's about chemistry and rhythm within our offense, and that's what we're trying to enhance as we go forward.
Good stuff.